So let's start with a circle since we already graphed circles in a previous section. So here is a circle with a center at 0, 0 and a radius 2. Okay, and then it satisfies the formula x squared plus y squared equals 4. 4 is 2 squared, and that's x minus 0, the quantity squared, plus y minus 0, the quantity squared, right? So you don't need the minus zeros in there. So that's standard form for the equation of a circle with center at the origin and radius 2. Now, you're going to be asked, let's say, for example, to shift this graph to the right by 2 and down 3 and give the new formula, the formula for the new circle. So doing that graphically is pretty easy. You just move the center to where they say right 2 and down 3, and then that gives you the center 2, negative 3, because you started at the origin. Okay, and the equation for this will be x minus 2, the quantity squared, plus y plus 3, the quantity squared, equals 4. So the radius is still 2, so radius squared is 4. Notice that if you take the center, the numbers in the center, and you plug them in, you'll get 0 in the parentheses for both parentheses. See? 2 minus 2 is 0. Y, negative 3, plugging negative 3 in for y. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So if that doesn't happen, so what's happening is when you plug these in, the number that you get is going to be the numbers that you had originally here. So we always think of these as starting from the center at the origin, starting with the center at the origin. For other types of functions, we'll have a vertex, and the vertex will act the same way. It'll start with a basic one with a vertex at the origin, and then we'll move the vertex around the same way we did this. This works for all relations, actually. It's very general. Note that for a parabola, f of x equals a times the quantity x minus h. A times x minus h, the quantity squared, plus k, can be written as y minus k equals a times the quantity x minus h squared. So the same rule applies here as well. People get confused because they're thinking, oh, you take the opposite of the number after the x, but you don't take the number opposite of the k. But you do if you're putting it on the left side next to the y. If you put it next to the y, then it's the exact same rule. You're actually looking to figure out where the center is of this. You're setting this equal to 0, and you're setting this equal to 0, except usually we just put this on the other side, so it's simpler. That's just function form with y equals everything else. Okay, so that's just in case you got confused about that.